She asked about you constantly. Where you were, what you needed. I told her.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
No co, witajcie powrotem w Alanie Wake. To już jest drugi odcinek, tak? Opętanie, tak się nazywa ten odcinek. Nie, opętany. No to tam polskie tłumaczenie, to znaczy to samo po angielsku. Cofamy się o 3 lata do Nowego Jorku. Kiedy Alan jeszcze mógł pisać. Znaczy był w stanie raczej.
I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Hey, handsome.
Spoko, nie musisz.
This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Gdzie ta kawa? Tutaj.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
No. Patrzcie, ta sama kurtka co w Bright Falls.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seem to think so last night.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. Alan! Alan! Please check the fuse box!
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Sprawdźmy. Sprawdźmy.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
No tak, kochające się małżeństwo, bla bla bla. Ale przejdźmy do Bright Falls.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head. I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Dobra. Ja, tu raczej nic ciekawego, ale sprawdźmy. Dobra, wychodzimy. Tu było biuro o. Jak się nazywa? To był ten Staki, tak? O. Uczestnicy rajdu terenowego nie wrócili o czasie. Brak kontaktu. A, prawdopodobnie to już są opętani.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up
Jak
at
mi nie
Stucky's
chcesz
gas station?
wierzyć.
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this.
Nieznany numer, ale musi to wziąć.
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake.
Thank you, man, thank you. Hey,
Dobra, tego już załatwiliśmy sobie.
You're a good guy.
To jest strona.
Anybody
Ale już 10 razy chyba podnosiłem.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Dobra, widzę. Ja to jak kopniak porządny.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried
Yes,
sick
a tu jest
blood
strona.
yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National
Da się to
Park to meet
przełączyć?
Alice's kidnappers.
Nieważne. Dobra, coś tu ciekawego. Tam jest radio, możecie je sobie włączyć, jak chcecie. Jak będziecie grać. Ja tylko nie będę tego słuchał. A może się udać? No. Jump. Dobra, nie, raczej nie dobra. Wracamy do środka.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. His life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose.
Dobra, idziemy.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable
To ja sobie nie mówię.
outing. They are not accountable for their actions.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Też bym się wkurzył.
Take it easy.
To jest najfajniejsza postać w tej
Get your
grze.
hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have
Tak.
business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me.
On jest najbardziej zabawną
Won't
postacią.
know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell
Tak,
was
Barry
that
jest
about,
najzabawniejszy
Al?
w całej grze, także bardzo ważna postać, warto ją analizować.
I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
Max to pies.
What an
Mogę już
airhead.
powiedzieć.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared?
No, tak było.
When was the
Dobra,
last
nic
time you
się...
slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No!
Are you high?
Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that?
Nieważne.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
No.
Seriously, Al, you
Ten
can't just go and...
swoje.
Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
A tam gadanie. Zamknięte. Zamknięte. Nic tu nie ma. Choć w sumie wcześniej tego nie sprawdzałem. Choć powinienem.
Trying to pull a
Dobra.
joke on me, freak me out?
Wait here. I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, Watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
Na takie pułapki będziemy musieli uważać oraz nieco inne. A to później.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their...
Tak, tak. I oczywiście nam Barry nie uwierzył.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay, okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo!
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be delivered all over again.
Bless you.
Dobra, wychodzimy tyłem czy przodem? Jak to się... Ja zgasiłem czy włączyłem? Zgasiłem. Dobra. Tu nic nie pamiętam, żeby coś tu było. A, były baterie. Spoksik. Drzwi są tutaj. Dobra. No to co, zaczynamy zabawę.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with your spirits every step of the way, Al.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Dobra. Trzeba cisnąć z buta.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Tu pamiętam, nic nam się nie dzieje. Nikt nas nie atakuje. Ale pokażę wam takiego easter egga, czy też glitcha. To na pewno dodali twórcy gry. Z siebie. Zgasi drzwi, włączę radio. Dobra, teraz wam pokażę tego glitcha. O, właśnie to był on. Tylko mi coś nie pasuje, bo wcześniej, żeby ten glitch zadziałał, to trzeba byłoby zgasić światło. Oj tam, nikt nie widział. A światło było zapalone. Tak, dobra. Nie będę słuchał tego radia, idę dalej. O. Tak do domku chyba też się przyda wejść. Choć nie pamiętam, co było w środku. Lajcik, spoko. Co nic nie ma. Tak, dobra. No zaraz, nie oglądam tych seriali. Ty, a dajcie mi wyjść. Dziękuję. Dziękuję, dobranoc. Dobra, chyba wystarczająco długo już nagrywam. Ile to tam już będzie? 20 minut? Pira ze drzwi. Tutaj zaraz gdzieś powinien... O, jest checkpoint. Dobra, w każdym razie chyba na tyle wystarczy. Wow. I tym smaczkiem zakończymy naszą rozgrywkę. Trzymajcie się. Na razie.